Yay Networks.
Bonjour.
Hello.
I'm just going to have to start learning new languages
I know.
to welcome
Yeah,
openness.
sorry.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Laura.
And this is
Cheers to that shit. Because boy, it is a pile of shit.
So stay tuned. It only goes downhill from here.
Oh, well, we say the same thing when we come in every time. I just wasn't
I
expecting
think
you to
that
say
is
bonjour.
like our little
shtick.
shtick. I mean, we've got to. We've got to say who we are. We gotta.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
You say that all the time.
I mean, what else? You know, people are like, oh, blah blah blah, da da da,
Yada, yada, yada.
yada yada yada.
You're like,
what's it? And like, blah, blah, blah. It all sounds so dumb.
Oh, I love it.
So, I have a question for you, and it's not what you have been up
Me?
to. Yes. This is something I've been going around asking everybody.
About me or just
No.
Oh, okay. So you've
I'm
been
talking
asking
shit about
Okay,
you,
okay.
and I just need to now confront you about it.
Okay, perfect.
Because this came to me the other day. I don't know why. I was having a really cute ADHD
Moment.
thought.
Okay.
Where do you live at inside your body?
I don't even know what that means.
Like, you talk to yourself, right? Like you can hear a voice, like your voice in your head when you talk to yourself.
Oh, absolutely. I have monologues in my head all the time.
So where do you live at inside your body? Like where are you talking to inside your body?
I guess I'm not sure I understand the question, but
Okay, like some people live behind their mouth.
oh, okay.
Do you live behind your mouth? Do you live in your head?
I just live
your
in my
eyes?
head. In my head.
Like where?
Just in my head.
Like your whole head?
Yeah.
You take over your whole head.
I think so.
Okay. So because I had to ask everyone that I knew because I was like, I know where I live and I need to know now where everyone else lives.
Okay. I think I'm slowly understanding, and I think I'm more of like, this is going to sound dumb, and this is probably not answering your question, but you need a backstory for this. My dad was an attorney when he was alive, and he used to roam around the house and practice his cases. And he would talk to himself, and he'd be like, "Well, Judge, I just don't think that I object. Recess, whatever." And I would say, "Dad, are you talking to yourself, practicing cases?" No, he would deny it all the time. Like it wasn't. I was like,
I can hear you.
I can hear you talking. You're walking around the living room. You're pacing in circles. So I think in my head, I'm talking to myself like that. Like I'm lecturing myself. Like I'm walking around lecturing myself.
Okay. So you're like in a office living room.
I don't know where I am.
Okay.
I'm just like a professor in a classroom, just lecturing to myself.
Okay. I live in my forehead in like a floor to ceiling window.
Okay.
And I'm staring out this window in my forehead, like with my hips on my arms, like
looking. Hear ye.
Pretty much. I had to ask Ryan, I was like, where do you live? And he was like, first of all, he was not playing my game for a little bit. So then that's why I had to ask everyone else. And then he finally played along and he was like, I think I like behind my eyes. Like it's like a big open window, like your car, and I live behind my eyes. Yeah. And like I'm sitting behind a desk and I like see, whatever. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, well, what does this mean? And I was like, oh, I have no idea. And
I
like,
just want to know.
You're just going around making people feel stupid for no reason. I was like, yeah. And I mean,
there's no point to your survey.
I asked another friend and I was like, where do you live? And she was like, thought about it. And then she said, I think I live on top of my head, like Tinkerbell stomping around on my head because I feel like I'm taller and bigger than I am. So I live like on top of my head looking down, like what the fuck is happening?
I think I'm just pacing all around my house, my world, wherever I am. If I'm thinking work thoughts, I'm in my office environment. Yeah. If I'm at home, I'm probably pacing around my house. I think I just have this.
Yeah. So I want to know where all of you live at inside of your body and then just like start asking everyone else where they live at. I just like,
Do you think in pictures or words? Like what's your inner monologue?
Oh, well, see, that's where it gets weird. In my head, I have a British accent.
Oh my God.
And little did I know this. Apparently when I get excited, I start talking in a British accent. And I said that trying, I was like, yeah, I like hear myself in a British accent. And he was like, you know, like when you talk to yourself or you get really excited about something, you start talking in a British accent too. And I was like, oh, that's got to mean something entirely
it means
different.
schizophrenia. That's what it means.
He was like, are you always Emily?
Multiple
I'm like,
personalities.
yeah, no, I am. So it's like I either sing or I just start talking in a British accent.
Okay.
It's
Do you ever speak out loud?
nonstop.
No, I mean like talking to yourself or thinking.
Oh yeah, I have full on
loud
conversations to people
out
loud.
Out loud.
Yeah.
Okay. See, everything's in my head.
Oh no, I talk. I don't.
But
stop.
I'm verbal. I'm not pictorial. Like I have words and.
Oh, I think I see in pictures or think in pictures.
I think in words.
It's like a movie
You know what
set.
you do that I do?
I fucking couldn't tell you. We've got to get to this episode. Oh my God. Okay.
When you're talking, like your mouth is moving to the words that I'm saying.
Well, that's because I know everything you're gonna say. So
But I do that too to like Jackie. She'll be telling me a story and I'm like, she's like, stop mouthing me. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Stop mouthing me. Okay. Anyway, now everyone is like, and we're tuning out. So bye. Anyway, but today what we're talking about is very exciting. So hopefully we haven't lost any of you. We are talking about diamonds.
I knew you were gonna frost yourself.
Frost yourself. Frost this. We are talking about diamonds because why not? So we got all dressed up for you if you're watching on YouTube. We look like $1 million. Thank you so much. Because this is the time of year where I feel like girls especially are thinking I'm getting engaged this year. It's happening. I'm going to get engaged and I need to know what kind of ring I'm going to get. What am I going to get? Because if he doesn't propose to me this year,
it's game over.
Adios. I'm out. And so now this is the time of year where people start looking at what kind of rings they like. So we're going to tell you what you like. Okay.
Why is that this time of year?
Because I think you get like the June love bug.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know. I just made that up, but it sounds like a thing. We're going to go with it. That's what it is.
Okay, perfect.
You get the June love bug.
It's the June love bug, everybody.
You've been bitten. That was a kiss. So the first thing to know is the 4 C's. It used to be 5, but I've canceled one out. And we're not doing that one. And if you are watching on YouTube, I never bring my phone out, but this is so much information. I had to.
Yeah.
Unlock. Okay, Great. So the 4 C's obviously are cut, color, clarity, and carat.
What was the 5th that you nixed?
Certification. And like, I don't just.
You mean by like a jeweler?
I guess. I didn't
like
even
that it's certified to have all those things?
I guess so.
Oh.
I didn't even read about it. It wasn't anything that I felt was a necessary thing. So your cut is not actually the shape of the diamond.
Right. I did know that. It's all the facets.
Look at you.
I'm smarter than I look.
Check one. Color.
Well, that's how cloudy it is or how brilliant.
You should be in the wedding industry.
I know. I should host the podcast.
So color is from D to Z. Most diamonds are sold in the G to J category.
I didn't know that.
Yes. If you're going to get a D, it's absolutely colorless and it's going to be $17 million. That's a fact. E to F is colorless. G to J is near colorless. And then K to M is faint color. And then anything else below M, you're going to notice color. It's going to have that yellow, tingy, cloudy, and not cute color.
Not cute.
Not too cute.
But then you could just pass it off as like one of those yellow diamonds.
Canary diamonds.
Yeah. Which are really pretty.
Yeah, they are. So, I mean, do what you can. Clarity is the grade of flawlessness.
Yeah, the imperfections.
And what this made me think of is what is that Anne Hathaway and Kate Hudson movie where they are best friends and she's like slightly included?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. It's when they're both wanting to get married
at the Plaza.
At the Plaza Hotel.
Yeah.
They worked for like a big wedding planner, didn't they?
No.
Oh, what am I thinking of? I know the movie that you're talking about.
Anyway, so you can have flawless, very, very slightly included, but this is
occluded. It's occluded, right?
No, it's included.
Oh, I thought it was like OCC, occluded.
Nope, it's INCLUDED, included.
Just learned something new.
Coming at me, occluded.
But you know I'm going to fact check that after this is over.
I know you will. But clarity is a measure of how many flaws or inclusions are present in a diamond. And I will say, again, with all of this, you can get a very flawless, colorless, whatever, but it's going to be more expensive.
Yeah. And I will tell you something about clarity as well. Most diamonds that you see like in a local jewelry store or whatever, they are going to have inclusions. But you can't see them with a naked eye.
No. Yeah.
You need one of those little jeweler magnifying glass.
And if someone comes
things
at you with one of those things, just like punch them in the throat. That's so rude.
Well, it's funny because Meredith was showing me something on a diamond one time at Peleuses. Yeah. And she was like, yep, there's a little inclusion. And she was like, it looks like a little fleck of pepper, you know, because I guess it's coal or not coal. Oh, you know, whatever diamonds are mined out of.
Right.
It's that. Don't know. And she's like, you can see it with this. And I'm like looking through her little magnifying glass and I'm like, I see
still
nothing.
can't see
I see nothing.
And then you have carat weight. And you can have as many carats as you want. As many as you want.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost you again $17 million.
Yeah.
So I mean, carat is just the weight of the diamond. I don't know how to else include that.
Well, yeah, like how big the size of it.
Yes, how big your diamond is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think a lot of people don't understand. And so that's why we're here to tell you how dumb you are. Is that even if you get like a 1 carat diamond, because that's, I feel like everyone is like, I have to have at least a carat.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you want a good quality carat, because the bigger they get, the easier it is to see if it is flawed, if it does have color.
Well,
like,
yeah.
it's
if it has less fat. Well, all of well, the 3 of the 4 C's.
Yeah.
You're going to see more imperfections with the naked eye.
Yeah.
You'll see the change in color, and depending on the cut, like more facets make it sparkle more because light's hitting it from more directions.
Yes.
So the less facets, if it's bigger,
right,
and you have less facets, then it's not going to be as sparkly.
Yes. So just keep that in mind. Just because even if you want a big ring, you got to keep your budget in mind. Sometimes it's better to do something smaller so you're getting a nicer diamond.
I guess it depends on what's important to you.
Yeah, that too. Who are we to tell you what to do? How dare us?
Well, I always think too. Well, I guess when we talk about cuts, we can talk about that. But.
Okay, we're gonna take a break and then we're gonna back and talk about cuts. Okay, I'm like out of breath now. We are going to talk about popular cuts of a diamond.
I think that is what makes rings so popular and so desirable. I mean, I know the 4 C's are very important, but I think people get more romanticized about like, I want this shape or this shape.
I think cut and carat is what people really focus on.
Yeah.
So the most popular cut is a round, brilliant cut.
Yeah, that's probably one of my least favorites.
Same. How boring.
Yeah, it's like everybody. That's why it's most popular because everybody
wants it. So it's just round. It monopolizes 75% of the diamond market.
Whoa.
Which is disgusting because it's so boring. And if you have a diamond and it is round, good for you. I love it as well. But it's the most popular and they can be really beautiful. These are the ones, these in Cushion and Princess, which are the spoiler alert, the next 2 popular are the ones that typically have the halos around them. And they are just so pretty. I feel like.
Isn't the cushion like sort of rectangle, but the rounded corners? Isn't that what a cushion cut is?
Squared with the rounded corners. Yeah.
Is that what I said?
You said rectangle.
Oh, okay. I meant square.
If you need to be right about something today, I will give you that.
I was thinking rectangle. I was just thinking rounded corners. Yes.
Yes. So cushion cut is next. It is exactly what Laura just described it as.
That's a really pretty shape, I think.
It is pretty. And it is.
It looks really great with the halo.
And it does look really good with the halo. That one, I feel like, was one of the like big rings when I was getting engaged was like a cushion cut with a halo. And so of course, me being the person that I am, I was like, I don't want any part of that. Don't you dare get me a cushion cut. And he didn't because
He listened to he watched the PowerPoint.
oh yeah, I have to tell that story. And then Princess Cut. It is a modern version of the round brilliant, and it is a square. It's like a pyramid, an inverted pyramid.
Oh, yeah. Like the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas.
Yes. Fun fact, Princess Cut diamonds cost less per carat than round brilliants, but a little bit more than other fancy cuts.
I wonder if because the cut, it has more facets on it, because the more you have to make those facets, the more expensive
Yes.
it can be.
Yes.
That definitely plays a factor in the cost.
Very true. Emerald cut,
love,
which is what I have, is a shaped by the Art Deco movement.
I could see that.
It is an emerald cut. How do we describe it?
It's like a rectangle with the corners cut off.
Yeah.
Like the corners are notched off.
Yes.
Yeah. Not as many facets.
No.
More, especially the top is very flat.
It's very flat. The
but
top
it's
is
beautiful. I think that because I love Art Deco, that's like one of my favorite eras. I think that's just so like classy. I love an emerald cut,
and it reflects the light so pretty because of how the facets are cut on it.
Yeah.
Then you have the oval, which I do love an oval cut.
An oval is very pretty.
I love an oval.
I think an oval would elongate your finger too.
I just think it looks so elegant.
It's very elegant.
Yeah.
And I think that like old Hollywood when I think of oval.
Pear cut is next.
That would be me. And I love the pear.
I do too.
Okay, so I have a question for all you pear people out there. Do you wear it? Okay, I wear it with the point up because that's how I like to look at it. But you're supposed to wear jewelry, so when you go like this,
people,
so that would be upside down.
If I were to wear it, I would wear it the other way. I would wear it with the point going towards me, like shooting at my arm, like a shot of love,
so that other people could see it correctly.
I guess, but I mean,
but you think that is the right way?
I think
no, like
like if I was looking at it,
yeah, if you were looking at a pear,
it's supposed to be like a teardrop.
A teardrop, yes.
Yeah.
So that's how I wear mine, with the point
out.
But that's because I like to see what it looks like. I think I'll try it upside down and see.
Well,
just out of curiosity.
Upside down, right side up.
Well, I mean, upside down to me, right side up to you.
I would, that's how, if I were going to wear it, I would wear it.
Like you were showing it to someone else correctly.
I mean, I don't know if that's correct. That's just how I would do it.
Well, I had always heard that, yes, like you.
But like when you, let's see if my notes say anything. No, they don't. No. I mean,
also, and pear also looks good with halos, I think.
I do too. And then, so the last popular one that we're going to talk about is the Asher cut. And I feel like when I was looking at this, I kind of forgot about the Asher cut.
Yeah. Isn't it similar to the cushion cut?
It is similar to the cushion cut. It's like if the cushion cut and the emerald cut got together, had a little hanky panky moment, and then popped out a.
So it's more of a rectangle with the rounded corners.
No, it's more of a square with the corners cut off, like the emerald.
Oh, like
but
the
it is
cut.
a square, like a cushion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that was extremely fun to listen to all of that, but there's a point to all of this because we're going to be talking about all these celebrity engagement rings and like famous rings. So we did have to cover
what they are.
And most people know that. And I think it is important to like, give examples and whatnot. I'll tell my quick PowerPoint story. I'm sure you can't tell. I am type A,
by the way, while you're talking.
I'm very type A, and I have a little bit of a control issue. And so when I had decided, I got my June love bug bite in June, and we went to go look at rings, and I was like, great, this is a good starting point. I made 3 different PowerPoints of rings that I wanted.
For real?
Yeah.
After you went. Okay.
So I sent, yeah, absolutely. I did. So I sent the first PowerPoint to him, and I was like, these are all the rings I wanted. I mean, like, and it was like, if I were graduating college PowerPoint presentation, like in my final exam. So I gave the first PowerPoint and then I couldn't stop looking at rings. So I then tried to create a second PowerPoint. And I was like, okay, this is my updated.
Sorry, I just feel like I spit everywhere. Is this pre-Pinterest?
No, Pinterest. Fuck. No, I had Pinterest in college.
What that was not a dig on your age. I was just
there was Pinterest still.
Okay.
I just
you just chose to put it in a
PowerPoint.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, I did.
Down.
And I fully support anyone else that wants to do that. Keep shit organized for them. They're dumb. Love you. So then I did my second PowerPoint and then I still couldn't stop looking at rings. So then I did my third PowerPoint and little did I know that he had already actually bought a ring for my second PowerPoint.
He's like, okay, one, okay, whatever, your OCD, you gave me a PowerPoint. Two, okay, she means shit. This is what it is. I'm going to go get the ring. And then it was
then I sent the third PowerPoint and the ring that he got was no longer in the PowerPoint. And I was like, I've decided I don't like that ring at all. And he was like, well, shit. I literally just bought it yesterday.
Too bad for you.
Yep. So that's when he was like, you need to stop sending me PowerPoints. And I was like, well, I just need to know that you're going to propose to me because I was one of those precious girls that was like, if you don't propose to me by the end of this year, I'm moving home with my parents. That's it. This is the best I'm ever going to get. And
my biological clock is ticking.
Tick tock, motherfucker. And that won him over. That's how you do it, ladies. Just don't let up,
I hadn't really ever thought about it. I just figured very old fashioned, very young. You get engaged, a guy picks out a ring, gives you a ring. There was no like going shopping and looking for what you like together. But Dom is very much into jewelry. He doesn't like costume jewelry or like fake, every boutique.
So he doesn't wear fake cocktail earrings?
No. Like the ones I have on right now. And he's really into nice jewelry. So he did a good job when he picked out my ring. Of course, it's morphed into like 50 different things since then, which I have, some opinions about as well. But he picked out the pair and I absolutely loved it ever since.
That's the one consistent thing that stayed in all my PowerPoints was that I wanted an emerald cut.
Dom liked things that were different that everybody else didn't have, which is why I don't have a round diamond since 75% of people do.
Oh my God. I feel like everyone who has a round diamond is going to be like, fuck you.
Right.
They're beautiful. And there's a lot of things that you can do with them. But I do think a round diamond is something very like simplistic in a very elegant way where I think if you have the right type of round diamond on just a plain band, it looks very regal.
It's very cocktail-y,
I just feel like it's very fancy. And it's not, I don't feel like I feel like it's very like understated.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
But I'm not understated. So we're going to take another break. And then we're going to talk about all the famous rings, the most well-known.
Yeah, well, that's where all the trends come from. So,
yep. BRB. And we're back. Now comes the fun, juicy part where we're going to judge all the celebrity rings that we could never afford. So, the top celebrity rings, and then I'm looking on, I don't know how to say this website.
Sotheby.
That one. And they have the 6 top celebrity engagement rings. And I'm not going to lie to you. I looked at a lot of websites that listed top engagement rings and I didn't like any of them until this one because some of them I was like, I'm not talking about the celebrity. That's not someone we're going to acknowledge. Because I'm biased, but you know what? It's our podcast, so I can pick whoever the fuck I want to talk about.
This is going to sound like, I don't even know. I think those big, huge rings that celebrities have that are like 4 and 5 carats, and like, I just don't think that's really attractive because obviously I don't have one of those $1 million rings.
Afford it.
But I personally, because this is really important to know, it just looks fake, like costume jewelry.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not fake.
And fun fact, a lot of the times when you see the celebrities wearing those diamonds, they are fake.
Yeah.
The real one is in a safe locked away. So if you have a diamond that you don't even feel comfortable wearing on a regular basis, maybe like check yourself, like what's the point of even having it if you don't actually,
I mean, there's just so much costume jewelry out there with these big stones and all of this, like fluff.
So what we're saying is get yourself a half a carat and fucking be happy with what you have. The end. No,
that's exactly what we're saying.
Okay, so the obvious top one that I had to bring up is Queen Queen Elizabeth II.
Oh, of course.
Of course. Her diamond, it is a solitaire engagement ring. It's a cushion cut. It's 4.63 carats, and it is gorgeous. Just a simple cushion, just like we just talked about with
Just
the
like
diamond,
on a
like the
band,
round, just on a
no
just
side
on a
diamonds or
platinum
anything?
band. Nope. It is very elegant. It is very
Classy.
regal.
Yeah.
And I love it. Then we're going to jump to Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
Oh, she's one of my favorite people. Was one of my favorite people.
She just fucking killed it.
Oh God, yeah.
Gorgeous emerald cut 3-stone engagement ring on a platinum band.
Baguettes like on the side, kind of.
No, they're emerald.
Oh, emeralds on the side.
Yep.
Yeah.
4.02 carats, and it was just absolutely beautiful. I mean,
yeah, that's a gorgeous ring.
It was just
and
great.
that time period with the emerald cut, like we were talking about the whole Art Deco time period.
Other celebrities that have emerald cut are Paris Hilton, which, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie, I love Paris Hilton, and I'll own it. That's hot. The end. Jennifer Lopez, who I'm over. I'm so sorry. I think I'm past her at this point. I'm sorry. Unpopular.
I'm not
opinion,
a celebrity. I'm not a celebrity person, so there's that.
Well, then Beyonce has an engagement ring. It's 18 carats from Jay-Z.
Is that the size of my eyeball?
Yes.
I mean,
it's estimated to be over $5 million. And I have to tell you, that is not even the most expensive one on this list.
What does it look like? Like, what shape is it? Is
it's
it
an
just
emerald?
Oh, it's just a big fat emerald cut.
Hell yeah, big fat.
Okay.
18 carat, big fat.
18?
18 carat.
Oh my God, I don't even know what that looks like.
We never will. We never will in person.
Here we go.
Laura just put the black slidey part of a Yeti on her finger. That's my 18 carat. Then Serena Williams, she has an oval shape, but it is a intense yellow diamond.
Oh, I bet that's beautiful.
And then she has 2 side like white diamonds on the
that's
side.
Gorgeous.
And I love Serena. I feel like we could be friends. I feel like she'd probably want to be my friend because I'm a blast. But her ring is 14 carats. So they're really doing it big out there, you know?
Hello, little pair.
Hello, little baby. And then Natalie Portman, which I love Natalie Portman. And if you don't, fuck off.
There's Natalie Portman.
No reason
Star
not to
Wars.
like her. She is amazing. She has a very vintage, antique, Art Deco looking ring.
Okay, so I'm all about some vintage jewelry or new jewelry that looks vintage. I guess
white, gold, and diamonds. It is a round diamond, and I wish maybe when we launch this episode, we'll post all the pictures of these on our stories.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
You can see. But it's very art deco-y, and
it's
really
pretty,
beautiful.
but it looks like an eyeball.
Okay, well, there's that interpretation as well. You just came in and really zoomed in.
Sorry.
There.
Well, I can't see.
And then the obvious, and this is where this website kind of got me in a little bit of a hissy because it listed Kate Middleton's ring.
Oh, well, that's Princess Diana's.
Thank you.
That's
the
a
OG.
That's a sapphire.
Yes.
But that's oval too, right?
No.
Is it round?
No.
Is this 20 questions?
Keep guessing.
Is it princess?
Oh wait, it is oval. Wait, did you say oval? No, but
I said oval. It's like an oval.
Yes, it is oval.
An oval.
It's 12
sapphire,
carat,
and it has
blue oval
a halo of
halo
diamonds.
by white solitaire diamonds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is stunning.
But you can't compare to, Princess Diana.
No,
yeah.
I mean, but that was Princess Diana's ring.
Yeah.
And it is beautiful. And I remember, story time, I remember when Kate Middleton, when Diana died, rest in peace. And then when Kate Middleton got engaged, that they started doing those like replica rings of her engagement ring.
Oh yeah.
And it was like on the TV. It was like for 3 payments of $19.99.
Oh, on like QVC.
I was begging my mom to buy me. I was like, please, like begging.
That her ring too, though, the emerald. Oops.
Oh boy.
Where it went now. I mean, most sapphires that I've seen are more like navy,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh no, hers is bright blue.
is bright royal blue.
And I also love, that's not it.
Yeah,
I also love when people use like engagement rings other than diamonds. I didn't say that sentence in the proper like whatever verbiage wise order of words.
Oh, you mean they use different gems?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
Other than diamond. I really wanted a ruby. And
Mm.
when we went to go look at rings, I was like, I want my center stone to be a ruby. Apparently rubies are very soft and they're very easily scratched. And she's like, it's just not a good stone to have in the middle. That's why diamonds,
like,
because
for
they're durable. Yeah. So I love when people do that. I absolutely love when people have colored stones for the engagement ring. And Megan Fox, she has 2 pear-shaped, one diamond, both diamond, but one yellow and one white diamond.
It's like a wrap kind of thing.
Yes. But also, and I never pronounced her name correctly, Emily Wojciechowski, whatever, the like gorgeous model, her ring was similar to this. And I think it was a square and a pear. And it was like one of the first times that I had seen a ring like that with 2.
This is perfect though, these 2 pairs, because you can never be upside down. One's one way and one's the other way.
That's your solution.
There you go. I need another pear diamond, please.
Dom, hello. Yes. So, and then let me tell you.
Do you have a picture of hers?
Of
the square and the pear?
No, I don't, but I could probably find one.
It's okay.
Okay, sorry. But let me try to find one really quick.
That's fine.
Okay. Sorry.
Nobody else can see but me. So
no, that's true. But there's a lot of different ways that you can go about. And I highly encourage people to tell your partners what kind of ring you want. Personalize it as much as you can. Mm-hmm. Here it is. It's like an emerald and a pear.
Oh, I have seen this. This is a trend. Yeah.
Yes, it is. And that was the first time because, and they're 2.
Putting different shapes together.
Yes. But it was like she did it up. She knew exactly.
That's very, I would say that's very contemporary, very modern, very, different. It's definitely not a classic traditional looking style, but which I think most engagement rings are, no matter what the shape.
That was hers.
Yeah, that's definitely different, especially with the gold band.
Yes. But it is, your engagement ring should be something.
Well, it should say something about you and your personality. Yeah. Like, I love antique looking styles, but that's kind of my thing, so it should definitely speak to you.
And it's something that too, I feel like, and we can both come at this. Laura has updated her ring 900 times.
That's based on the 95 years I've been in the industry.
But has always kept the same center stone,
diamond, yeah.
Which I love. And then there are some people that are like, hey, in 10 years we'll update or upgrade whatever,
like
your
a 10th
ring
anniversary, or a lot of people do that.
I personally am one of those people that I'm like, no, I don't ever want a different ring. Mm-hmm. I will take another diamond ring,
right? Just not a replacement.
Get me wrong, but not an upgrade or replacement.
And that brings up a good point, because even though I did want to, like, I think it was like our 10th anniversary or 15th or something like that, and I wanted to, because it was set in gold, 14 karat gold. Of course, that was a thing, and then platinum became a thing. So I wanted it set in platinum. So we kind of put the same diamond, but we just did a different setting and added a few stones for that anniversary. And then I kind of was like, oh, I miss my original, because then the kids get older. They start asking all these questions. How are you dating me? What kind of ring? Blah, blah, blah. Especially when my daughter got engaged. So I felt myself being drawn back to what I originally had, which I still don't have, but that's my story. So before you go changing it around, just, I think it's real important to communicate that. If that is something that's important to you, to communicate it with your partner before you spend a lot of money on a diamond ring.
Well, and I also think too, if you upgrade, your ring is kind of like where you are right now in your life. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like almost like a timestamp. It's a memory. Mm-hmm. They didn't propose with the upgraded ring. There's something to be said about being proud of what you had. You weren't in that moment. You weren't making the money that you have and that you're making now. I don't know. That's just how I feel. I mean, just add in more bands. You know what I mean? Just
hey, you got 9 other fingers.
Yeah.
So.
Like just.
And some ears.
I was just about to say, get some nice diamond earrings, a necklace. I personally am for keeping your original engagement ring.
Yeah.
As is.
Well, I mean, I think what goes around comes around. Is that how the saying goes?
It is, but I don't understand it in this
sense. Like things that were trending then, they go out of style, but then they come back in style.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because you see that with clothing all the time. And I think jewelry does the same thing, especially with so many, we talked about so many different eras of like classic and regal versus contemporary and Art Deco. And, I think they all kind of have their cycle.
I hope this has been fun for everybody. I feel like this is just something I wanted to talk about because I like diamonds and.
Yeah, no, I think it was great.
Well, good. So then that's all that matters. Just kidding. Okay. Well, we do send us your pictures.
I know. Send us pictures of rings. I would love to do a post or story or reel about that.
And we're only going to post them if they're 5 carats or more. But no, send us your engagement stories. Send us your ring stories. If y'all want to go ring shopping together. If you made a PowerPoint, send me your PowerPoint presentation. I'll critique it. I'll grade it. That's, I'd love to. Absolutely. But also follow us, like, subscribe. New episode every Tuesday. Send us everything to stories@cheerstothatshit.com. The end.